Welcome to another Woods Report.
Welcome
so I guess
to
I can do that over and over again. What'd you say, Wendy?
I said, I wonder how long we'll be able to talk to TikTok.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
And they start every state now because it's in one state right now.
Yeah. You said it's everywhere?
It's in one state right now.
They're getting started.
Oh, where they banned
They're
TikTok.
banning TikTok.
Right.
I know it's one state right now we heard of.
Okay. What's the state, you know?
What was it? It began with an M.
Was Michigan?
Montana?
Oh.
It's one of those states over there that you don't think a lot of people live in.
They banned TikTok?
Yeah, the use of TikTok in that state.
Okay.
So I have a feeling that as the government still keeps the word out, it's gonna eventually hit each state.
Okay.
And they're just gotta find another platform.
Yeah.
I asked Kim right now, what's another platform like TikTok?
Ooh,
there isn't any that I know of.
People need to start looking now.
Okay, so a lot going on.
A lot going on.
You know, I always start off with a lot going on. Okay. So you know, I gotta start off with talking about Beyonce first, because that's like the latest. Well, that's what everybody's talking about. Beyonce, her concert. She's doing her Renaissance concert. Have you seen any of the feedback?
No.
She's doing her Renaissance concert, and at the same time, she's releasing a statement that she might be putting out a hairline product. So it's
I did hear about that. I heard about
the hairline product.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it says, let's look here. As she continues to captivate fans with her world tour, Beyonce is coming through with a little teaser to let fans know that she's been cooking up another opportunity. While she didn't specify what she's been creating, fans appear to believe she's potentially hinting at a hair care line. As a result, supporters started to chime in and share their thoughts as the alien superstar singer sent the Beyhive into an excited overdrive. So if Beyonce put a hairline product out, would you buy it?
Yes.
But here's the thing I'm thinking of when I think of a lot of these entertainers. A lot of them, like the housewives of the different housewives, they put out a wig line.
Yeah,
I do see that because a lot of them don't have their real hair out all the time. A lot of wear and tear, hot curling, whatever, relaxing, and then they have an opportunity to have a different look each time. Does she have her hair out enough to show what this hairline, this hair care product is actually doing to your hair, you know, and making it full and thick and look just, you know what I'm saying? If she wears a lot of wigs, we never get to see her hair.
that's what I'm saying. What kind of hairline product is she gonna put
I've seen her hair, but it's been when she's home. I've never seen her, out in the street. But I have seen her at home. She does seem to have hair.
Okay.
Well, I've never seen her come out. Right? I've never seen her come outside like that.
Her mom does.
Isn't that her mom's real hair that she shows?
Her mom?
No, but she does have hair.
Okay. I guess she does have hair.
What you see her in her shows, no, that's not how thick and long her hair, but she does have a nice length of hair.
Because you would think, like right now, Regina King is wearing her hair short. You see her in the commercials, real short. So if she came out with a hair product, hair care product, we would go, oh, she's taking care of her natural hair or whatever she's doing to it.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But
that makes
like
sense.
Beyonce, it's always wearing wigs and stuff.
Well, maybe she'll break out and show her hair, in order to sell her product.
That's true. That's true. She's gonna have to do that.
Maybe she'll break it. You said, would I buy it? I would try it.
You'll try it rather than buy it?
I would try it. I wouldn't say, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it. I would try it.
Like, because of the Beyhive, it should have like a honey smell. You know, the honey thing.
Oh, that would be nice. But yeah, that's a good point, Lenore. Though, if she's gonna sell that product, she needs to show her real hair since she has hair.
Yeah, because that really promotes the product that it does what it needs to do.
Her hair is darker than that.
Well, it says
and this picture that she's even in now looks like a wig.
Yeah, keep reading that part.
What part?
Keep reading on there.
Beyonce kicked the conversation off on Tuesday with an Instagram upload. The uncaptioned post featured the Houston-bred star styling her curls, okay? It was followed up with a throwback photo of Beyonce getting her hair braided, okay? These images were accompanied by a reflective message that took her back to being a little girl at her mother, Tina Knowles Lawson's salon.
Oh, that's right. Her
She
mother
has a
did own a
salon.
salon.
Right.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, so she knows how to take care of her hair.
I forgot her mother did own a salon.
Okay. How many of y'all knew my first job was sweeping hair in my mama's salon? Destiny's Child had our start by performing for clients while they were getting their hair done.
They sure did.
Uh-huh.
So she's going back to her roots then. No pun intended.
Okay. You couldn't wait to use that line.
No, I didn't even think about it
It
until just
came
now.
out. She noted I was exposed to so many different kinds of entrepreneurial women in her salon. As Beyonce's post continued, she mentioned that she saw firsthand how the ways we nurture and celebrate our hair can directly impact our souls. Regarding her mother's teachings, Beyonce added, "I've always dreamed of carrying on her legacy." The last part of the message ignited speculation as it read, "I can't wait for you to experience what I've been creating."
So Beyonce is probably coming out with a hair care line.
Okay.
Another way for her to make money.
And she got her mom's
I'm
background.
not mad at her.
Okay.
No, you better not be. The Beyhive would chew you
There.
up in
I
pieces.
know that's right.
What's that TV? What's the show that you said that's
Swarm.
Swarm.
Have you seen that, Wendy?
What?
Swarm.
No, who's in it?
Chloe Bailey's in the first episode.
What
Guy that's
what station?
it's on Netflix, I think.
Oh, I have Netflix. What's it called?
Swarm.
Swarm. I'll look at it.
Like a swarm of
Like
bees.
it's really about Beyonce, honestly.
I'll check it out.
Her beehive.
Her beehive.
And excessive fans.
It's a little dark side, I think, isn't it?
But people said it's good.
Where that fan gets a little crazy.
Yeah.
When you make any negative comments about her entertainer that she likes.
Right.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
What is her alter ego's name, Kim?
Huh?
What's her alter ego's name?
Who, Beyonce?
Yeah.
Sasha Fierce or something like that.
Sasha, right.
And I'm not even like a really Beyonce fan, and I know all that.
Whereas, in fact, they probably know a lot more.
I know.
Okay.
All right, so that's Beyonce. Let's look out for her hairline. Now, have you seen this story, Wendy? New York City hospital, they call her Hospital Karen. This lady was going off about her, one of those bikes in the city on this black man, and she tried to pull a Karen.
Oh, what happened?
The white lady Karen. The guy had the bike and she tried to get it from him, and he had paid for it. And then when he didn't let her take the bike, she started fake crying and started yelling, "Help!"
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I saw it.
What's wrong with her?
Let's see if we can see it.
She said, "Help me. Somebody help."
But he paid for the bike.
Yeah.
This woman is psyched out of her mind. You know, it's just getting crazy now.
It is. They were even saying earlier, why Kim,
we were talking earlier this week about, I think you saw the video of the Klan members out there. Remember, we got into a whole thing about they have a right to march. They have a right to march.
Yeah, crazy.
And they do. But what got me about it, Lenore, if you had seen it, you know what really got me? They were so happy. I mean, they were smiling like they had won the Academy Award, marching, and their backs were, I said, wow, it hurt me to my heart. It literally hurt me in my heart to see them that enthusiastic and happy about it.
Right.
It blew my mind. They were marching, and they had these white things on. They looked like aliens. They didn't have the pointed hats. They had these white masks on, looked like aliens.
Graduated to
eyes out. Huh?
They've graduated from the hoods to the mask.
Plastic mask, but still hiding though. They still hiding though.
Still hiding. Thank you. Be bold and be bold, white supremacist or whatever part group you are. Be bold about it.
Well, Emerald says, hey ladies, happy Friday, everyone. She said, hi, Wendy.
How you doing?
She said, I saw the clip of Hospital Karen. She was so ridiculous. So let's see the clip. We'll show everybody the clip.
Undo the thing.
Touch your right. Just touch your right.
We are aware of the video involving a healthcare provider off duty away from the hospital campus.
It's his.
What?
Look at her.
A healthcare provider.
Hey, stop touching me. Don't touch me. Hold up. Hey, stop touching me. Stop touching me.
Lord have mercy.
Not a hospital employee behaving like this. People just chiming in.
Man, she's really crazy. Help me.
He was saying, help me. And so we were saying, a lot of people were saying, that's how you get
A black man.
a black man killed.
You got that right. You got that right. I remember that. Remember that scene in A Jungle Fever where he was out with the Italian girl and the police came and she said, get off of him, leave him alone. And when the police pulled off, Wesley Snipes' character said, are you crazy? You could have got me killed. Why are you fussing at the police? They shouldn't have done that to you. He said, you could have got me killed. What is wrong with you?
She did. By yelling, help me. And then they showed the white guy coming up. He pretty much said, just give her the bite. In other words, while y'all move out the way and let her have a bite. So he wasn't even coming on their defense. He was coming on her defense.
She was stealing that bite.
And after playing that, the sad thing about it is if she's actually a worker at the hospital, oh my gosh, she needs help herself.
She was screaming, help me. And then the other black guy on the other bike, he just got up and gave it to her, which I'm mad that he did that. But anyway, he gave her the bike and she stopped crying. So that was fake crocodile tears.
Well, what got me is the way she was looking left to right. Help me. I mean, I said, this woman is
like someone would come to your rescue because a black man may be threatening you.
The same thing. Y'all saw the story with Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Did it yesterday to one of the representatives.
He was his size and the way
he was threatened.
I'm like, we all saw that altercation and that was no threat.
And he had to do a little talk later on saying, these are the kind of things that get black men like myself killed and murdered.
Absolutely, yes.
People need to really, the thing is, I don't know how much longer they're going to just let this happen with Marjorie Taylor Greene as well, because she does a lot of mouth off. But these Karens that's out there, unless you stick around and wait on the cops to come, they need to start getting arrested for falsifying and lying on people. They need to start putting them in jail. Seriously,
they're not.
And put them in jail with a lot of women of color, black women. They're not.
And Matilda, that woman was the original Karen.
Mm-hmm.
She was a Karen. She made something up.
It was the Karen that caused Black Wall Street to burn down.
Oh, yeah. What was that story?
That was Tulsa. Where was that in Oklahoma? It was the Karen that caused the Rose. What's that? Was it somebody? Community?
Somebody did something, or
they violated her. It was always a lie or an exaggerated whatever. And the people, they find reason, like you said, with the marching, they find a reason to come at you and try to destroy you. And it's really unfortunate. The women are helping them do that.
Right.
White supremacist groups like that. Even with the Black Lives Matter marches, they said they would get in and infiltrate and, hey, look how they're being rowdy. Look. And they not.
Yeah.
So it's just, it's sad.
Well, that's Karen. Emerald says, unfortunately,
even remember Rosewood, the movie?
Yeah, Rosewood. That's what I was saying. They burnt that city down.
Emerald says, unfortunately, a lot of white women know that if they yell for help due to a black man, regardless is true or false, they are automatically believed. I have no problem with biracial relationships, but they cut you off.
Interracial. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's why a lot of people of color don't trust.
But our brothers need to take heed and be careful.
They don't trust when our relatives, our friends or whatever, do decide to date interracial outside their race,
Yeah.
they're hoping that that white lady or whatever race she is outside of being Black, that she doesn't do crazy stuff like this.
Yeah.
Because she can get her spouse or husband killed.
So I thought it's funny how we have bicycle Karen. They call her bicycle Karen. And then Marjorie, we have to come up with a Karen for Marjorie. Is she Congress Karen?
Yeah, Congress Karen.
Congress Karen and bicycle Karen.
Psycho Karen.
Psycho Karen. Psycho Congress Karen. There you go, Wendy.
But to say that he was threatening her and she felt she needed extra security.
Man. He's a big man.
And she said that. She said his side. So, and then the N-word is the same as white supremacy.
And the ladies on The View even said, if the N-word is so bad, why you didn't say it, that you know it's bad because you didn't even say it when you referenced it.
Well, today you always want to know who Donkey of the Day is from Charlemagne the God.
Are we into Donkey already?
No, but it's Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Did it.
We did that story yesterday.
That's his donkey today.
That's his donkey of the day today.
Acting crazy with one of the representatives.
All right, so moving on. Okay, now this is a devastation for any of y'all people who love Starbucks.
Why? Oh, okay.
Starbucks is changing its ice cubes.
And
do you do Starbucks, Wendy?
Once in a while, if I want some strong coffee.
Yeah, I do frappuccino.
It tastes like liquor to me. It tastes like whiskey. It's so strong.
But the ice cube should be for
no, that don't have nothing to do with me. Yeah, that's for ice drinks.
Cold drinks. Okay.
Starbucks is changing its ice cubes. Will its customers have a meltdown? Customers who order cold beverages will now sip on nugget ice in their drinks. Ice pieces, which are smaller than the chain's current cubes. Ice is a key ingredient for Coffee Giant, especially since its iced handcraft beverages now account for more than 75% of its sales. Ice is also apparently a flashpoint for customers. Now, I want to go on record for saying this. I brought this up because remember I told you when I go and I get a drink at these different places, they don't give you a lot of ice anymore.
They don't.
What's going on with ice? Is there an ice shortage in this country?
Because usually we get mad because they give you so much ice, you don't have much drink.
And made me think about it is when we was in France, you have to beg for ice. In some of these other countries, you got to beg for ice. In Africa, they put one cube in there. We was like,
they're really tight on ice in Europe. I know that because my mom likes a lot of ice in her drink.
I tell you what, they did some kind of special on 60 Minutes of one of those shows on McDonald's ice, and they ran a test. If you could see the germs in an ice thing.
Oh, because they don't clean it out. Maybe bacteria built up.
So much bacteria in there will blow your mind. They say a toilet has less.
Maybe it's a lot
a toilet has less bacteria.
Maybe it's a lot to keep it clean.
That's true, yeah. Because the water that it's making ice could be still not clean.
And maybe after the pandemic, I noticed it's less ice.
It slowed down. But we should be okay with that because on the other side of that, you get more drink. Think about it, because if your cup
because when I go, I would say very little ice, please. I don't want a glass of ice. Give me very little ice.
Thank you. We would get it separately. I noticed when we go to restaurants sometime, we'll say, let me have a Coke with no ice or Pepsi, whatever. And then we'll ask for a cup of ice.
Well, it says the nuggets don't melt any faster, the company said, and the switch to nuggets doesn't mean customers will get any less ice. The company's new iteration of ice has had a resounding positive response in its test, he said. Starbucks is revamping a few of its drinks for the summer. So be ready, guys. It's going to be a different kind of ice. Starbucks said in a statement that the new ice machines use less water and will be rolling out to all its stores over the next several years. So maybe that's the reason, water. It uses less. They giving us less ice and stuff now.
But those places are selling bags of ice, like Burger King and Taco Bell.
How you know? You tried to get one recently?
Yeah, they had something. I'm saying we give bag of ice for like a certain amount. So remember, we used to get a bag of ice for like Popeyes, bag of ice, Burger King.
Okay.
So I don't know.
All right. Well, next up, Ron DeSantis' office responds to Disney's plans to abandon their Florida headquarters. Now, if you guys follow Trump, Trump tweeted yesterday, "Big loser." I'm not saying his exact words, but he was saying along the lines of "big loser" to DeSantis. He's losing to a mouse.
Oh, no.
And that they pulled out $1 billion from creating a headquarters
In that area.
in Florida,
State of Florida.
because of DeSantis.
So he lost money on that.
Well, that's what everybody was saying. They were saying
People
DeSantis
losing
lost
jobs.
$1
That's
billion.
not a good,
People
that's not a
jobs.
good move for Republicans.
Yeah. But DeSantis had an answer to that. He's fighting back with Donald Trump posting that. And he basically said, no, I didn't lose $1 billion. Disney World was losing money anyway, and they wasn't going to bring that thing here, but they trying to use me as an excuse for them not. They have a California headquarters. They were going to move their California headquarters to Florida and the people with them. Right. And each salary was over $120,000. So it would have been more money for everything. Yeah.
He lost the people jobs.
Well, he's saying they wasn't going to do it anyway, because if you look at Disney World's stock, is down. DeSantis is saying they was losing money anyway.
No, but that don't mean anything.
I don't trust anything he said.
No, I don't either. Because he's using that right now because he can see that it's going down. But that doesn't mean that the future for this Disney World is failing. No.
Well, it said Florida
always make things up when it's convenient
to prove his point is being okay.
Right.
Florida,
they can lie off the top of their head.
Yep. Ron DeSantis' office has responded to news that the Walt Disney Company will no longer build a headquarters for its theme park business in Florida. The news comes as Disney is in 2 legal battles with DeSantis' actions to take over an independent special district. Now, because they're not governed by him as much, and he's mad about that. He wants to be able to have more control over them. But listen to what he said here. Remember, we talked about him doing this prison. It said, beyond the development agreement, DeSantis has threatened to build a state prison at Walt Disney World.
Yeah, he's a butthole.
In April 17th press conference, DeSantis floated some ideas on how he could use its land should the development agreement be determined to be null and void. It sounds far-fetched, but DeSantis floated the ideal among a list of other ideas for land use, such as building more amusement parks in the immediate area next to Disney World. He wants to build another Disney World across the street from Disney World.
Or a prison.
He's
just a butthole.
He just tries to think of everything evil he can think of.
This is showing how petty. You're right, Kim. The more he does this,
I told y'all,
nobody wants him as commander-in-chief.
I'm telling y'all, he's there.
Have you ever seen his wife?
No.
What she look like? She's not cute.
I don't know. I wonder what she's like.
Oh.
Let Trump see her, because if she's not attractive, he'll be cracking.
You know what? She must be attractive, because he would have called her ugly by now.
Okay.
Trump would have talked about
her.
Yeah, she must not be unattractive.
So why fight?
Go ahead.
I'm hearing noises.
Why fight what?
Why fight Disney World anyway? Why? Why are you coming at them?
He's contrary. He always wants to do the opposite of what normal people do.
I can
and
see
he's mean-spirited.
Yeah, you could tell that even in the way he
All right, this is DeSantis' wife, y'all. She's not ugly. Let me see. Let me put a picture where you can.
I can't see her.
Hold on. Well, how do I move this?
She's Spanish too.
Here, let me just hit that. She looks Spanish, don't she?
I can't see her.
You see her?
No.
It's at a lag. It's at a lag.
Oh, it's a lag.
See,
she's not bad looking.
Yeah, she don't look bad.
Does she have breast cancer?
Oh, she has breast cancer.
Is this current? 2019.
This is 20, yeah. Republican Ron DeSantis issued a statement on Monday to announce his wife Casey's diagnosis. This was in 2019. I wonder how she's doing. So he's gonna be big on cancer treatments and stuff.
He needs to focus on
that, but she's not ugly. That's why he ain't said nothing about her. He would have. Donald Trump would have talked about her.
Yeah,
if she was ugly. Y'all know that.
Dog her out.
She's not bad looking, but she looks troubled.
Well, she married to Ron DeSantis.
Exactly.
You know what?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Feel like Trump's wife. They troubled.
Yeah. Yeah, like a Stepford wife.
Yes,
Yeah.
like, oh Lord, I can't
Remember
watch.
them? You remember them?
Yes, I'm only here for the money.
So the war continues with Ron DeSantis and Donald Duck. I mean, what's his name? Donald Duck. Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse. Donald.
Donald too. He fighting Donald too.
Mickey and what's her name? His wife. And
He fighting all of Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse.
And Pluto. And
He's gonna lose against Mickey Mouse. I'm sorry.
I'm just mad, period, because he's coming at Disney. And
Yeah.
what Disney done to you?
Well, because of the they signed on, they don't approve of his LGBTQ bill that he's trying to put out
For them
there.
working there or them
No,
being
it's
part of
something
the
else.
characters and
It's
stuff
all
on
of that,
stage?
everything.
Okay.
They too inclusive
Just
with
stop
LGBTQ.
it. Stop it.
And he doesn't like that. Remember the Republicans were saying it was too much gay stuff in the cartoons. and
Yeah.
They don't like the direction Walt Disney or Disney World is going in.
Okay, being to make
Inclusive
everybody
and with this whole
because
gay thing.
he's like you said the other day, he's getting rid of exclusivity, diversity.
Yeah.
He don't like teachings and stuff.
And Disney World is too diverse for him.
Okay.
So he's like, and he can't govern it because they kind of like have their own governing thing with their own board and stuff. So he wants to be king of Florida. I told y'all that. And Disney World is part of Florida. So he wants to take over that. Another guy who wants to be king, y'all, Elon Musk.
If I were king of the forest.
Elon Musk. You doing the Wizard of Oz.
Go ahead.
Elon Musk slams working from home as morally wrong. He says laptop class living in La La Land. If you work from home, Elon Musk is not your friend.
Full of it.
He's one of them old time bosses.
Yeah.
He said
Wow.
Elon Musk said Tuesday that working from home is morally wrong when others in service industry still have to show up and go to work. It's not fair for you, some of y'all not to have
He
to come
didn't say
in.
He didn't say none of this when COVID broke out.
He what?
He didn't say none of this when COVID broke out.
Well, that's different. You was
I know.
But he's saying you don't have to work at home anymore. There are some exceptions, but I think that the whole notion of work from home is a bit like the fake Marie Antoinette quote, "Let them eat cake," Musk told CNBC. It's like, really, you're going to work from home and you're going to make everyone else who made your car come work in the factory. You're going to make the people who make your food that they can't work from home. The people that fix your house, they can't work from home, but you can. Does that seem morally right? The billionaire asked. That's messed up. Musk said he saw it as both a productivity issue and a moral issue.
What is he to talk about morality? And then with AI being built up, pretty soon nobody gonna be working at all. When they give machines doing the job.
How long does he sit behind a desk, running around? He don't sit behind a desk all day.
Wendy.
He does whatever he wants to do.
Thank you.
My next door neighbor hasn't been to work since COVID. She works from home. She said she'll never go back.
And you can still get your work done. It's unfortunate that you're right. Some people have to
she does
physically
better at home because she don't have nobody over her shoulder.
Right.
So she said she prefers to do that. She loves it. She has a little coffee and stuff in the morning. She takes her break, all this and that. But that man does not sit behind a desk. He doesn't even know what that's like. I remember Mary Trump, Donald Trump's cousin. She said, Donald Trump has never worked. I said, what do you mean he never worked? She said he delegates. He never works. He says, you do this, you do that. He said he does not work. So I don't know what Elon Musk is talking about because I'm sure he doesn't work either unless he feels like it.
Yep. Well,
he can jump up whenever he wants to and go to the store or go to, another country.
Yeah. Well, Emerald says working from home has a lot of benefits for personal health and for the environment. We are heading into an AI future. And I said that too, because soon you ain't gonna just be working from home. You're gonna just be home.
Right.
There's no work.
Yeah,
That's
Elon
it.
Musk will be able to say nothing else because it'll be machines taking over those production jobs.
And he
too.
talking about the factory workers. They not gonna be there. It's gonna be all robots doing all of that, putting his Teslas together and all of
talk
that.
about morality. Are you gonna be ready to pay some of these people when the machines take over their job?
No, he's not.
No, then you would quit talking about morality at all,
I
Mr.
can't stand it when people that have a lot of money and are very wealthy try to
Yeah.
act like they understand what the average person goes through every day.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? Every day.
Thank you.
And they don't know.
The hustle and the bustle.
He said, he added, he's a big believer that employees are more productive when they are in person. He's one of those old time bosses that believe you got to be there in front of him.
And it depends on your job because sometimes people are not productive when they're at work because they talk too much.
Right.
You know, the chitter chatter at your cube or your desk. You doing a lot of talking, going to lunch, taking long lunches, falling asleep. That's less productive, dude. So it depends on the job, the person.
The internet.
You can't do a blanket
Searching the
statement like
internet all
that.
morning.
Gosh.
I'm saying, look, put 40 hours in, Musk said. And frankly, it doesn't even need to be Monday through Friday. You could work Monday through Thursday. And also, I think people should take vacations. Musk said there are probably 2 or 3 days annually that he does not put in a full day's work. And he's right, though, about this. Many companies have reversed the pandemic work from home rules, with others operating remotely or in a hybrid setting. A lot of companies are taking it back.
Right, they are. You can come back now.
And what do they offer? Do they offer childcare to make it easy for the mother?
Thank you. Good question.
You know what I mean? Do they have a nursery in there, you know, in the basement somewhere or something?
No. Emerald says remote work allows you to also be a full-time parent and have a career. Childcare is more than some people's mortgage.
Like what you just said, Wendy.
And another thing they're doing now is sharing jobs. Like you and Lenore could share a job.
I'm sharing, yep.
You know what I mean? They're doing that too.
And I get it because when I was working from home, when we were my level of employment, because the managers and above were able to, they said at least 2 days come in. I get it. If I'm at home 3 days, I can come in 2 days. Maybe the Monday when they have the meeting for everybody, and then maybe another day come in. But if you allow us to work from home, our mental illness, our mental state is even strengthened because you're not dealing with office politics.
That's right.
Thank you, Lord. I'm at home. I can play my music.
Yeah, that corporate spirit is so condescending. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People think they can talk to you like you're a child just because they're your boss.
Thank you.
No.
So we're not going to listen to this millionaire. Who gave his what is it? What's he over?
Oh, Twitter. He gonna have another person be a CEO of that.
Thank you. He's finally gonna.
Well, he ain't done it yet. He just talking, but has he done it? Does anybody know if he's done it? I know he's talking about it.
He talks about it.
Emerald says Disney brings a lot of revenue for the state of Florida. I don't believe that he is making a good decision on this.
Right.
And working from home has a lot of benefits for personal health and for the environment.
You're right about DeSantis. He's going to feel the sting.
I'm telling y'all,
once Disney does do what they need to do, on even what we talked about yesterday, the boycotting.
Yeah.
He has to feel it in the pockets.
Yeah.
Where even the people, the citizens of Florida will come at him, be on his front porch.
Right.
Going,
Right. Well, moving on.
Okay.
Kirk and Tammy Franklin host TV One's new dating show, The One.
Yep.
That features a very fine, familiar face. We all know that Kirk Franklin can write a banging gospel song, but who knew he was also in the business of writing a real life love story? Now we was talking about watching it.
I watched it last
night. Lenore actually watched it.
Mm-hmm.
So what's your view on Kirk Franklin and Tammy's new dating show?
One of the things that they did say in introducing themselves and giving a little background, because I'm assuming this show is going to give more background about them.
And it's not a Christian dating show.
And that's the disclaimer. And that's good. That's fine. I don't know why anybody would look at it differently if that disclaimer is out there.
Okay.
Things they're doing, what they're wearing.
Okay. So they dress sexy and all of that.
They do that too.
Okay.
Yes. They had a little wine yesterday on the show. but Kurt and Tammy, of course, wasn't partaking of the things, but they, as host,
Right.
one of the things though that the wife did share is that, okay, I lost my train of thought, about how they give little tidbits on their marriage.
Okay.
And they've been married 27 years, I think.
Something.
That's
Yeah.
a good length of time to be at a place where they can give, pros and cons. Oh, she did say Kurt likes to hook people up.
So he was already a matchmaker.
He's a matchmaker. There's 3 marriages that they know that he was the reason why they're together. So he loves doing that. So I guess they probably talked about having this show. The thing with this show is what I'm learning, and Kim, I think, confirmed it. Think of The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. It's actually set up like that. This first show showed the bachelor lady and the bachelorette and the bachelor. They met 2 people each. And from that moment, they picked one from them to go to the big house.
Okay.
The big house is where it's all going to continue on.
So they choose who goes to the big house.
She's going to represent the bachelorette.
Okay.
And this other guy is going to represent the bachelor. They both go into the home together, and they have women he's meeting like the bachelor does.
Right.
And men that she's meeting.
Okay.
Getting to know.
But they all live in the same house.
All I never watched The Bachelor or Bachelorette, but guess what? I'm getting ready to watch it now. You know why?
Why?
They're going to have the Bachelorette golden issue for seniors only.
Right.
Oh,
that'll be interesting. I'd like to see, are they going to act as silly as those young girls, or is it going to be different? They're all going to be seniors. I think it's called Bachelorette Golden or something. That's what I want to see that. So keep your eye out for it if you're interested in it. Because like I said, I normally don't watch The Bachelor. It gets on my nerves, the silly things they do. But I would like to see if elderly people carry themselves differently when they date.
That's what we talked about the other day. I don't know if you may have missed that show, Wendy. We talked about that this past week. The Golden Bachelor. The ladies on The View talked about the Golden Bachelor show that's coming up. And I was talking to Kim about that's going to be because majority of their audience is over 50. So they will enjoy it, hopefully, because you were telling me the majority of the Sports Illustrator having
that's why
Martha Stewart on the cover was younger. So people probably were like, I don't want to see an older woman on there. I don't want to see an older man.
But on this
one, they may do well because their audience is
so the Bachelor older. On this show, the Kurt Franklin show, both of them are older.
No, they're not old like that. Not the Golden.
They like what, 30,
He's
40?
43 and she's 36, I think.
Okay. So they're older than 20s.
Yeah.
What about the people the ones that's coming to be with them?
Probably near their ages.
Okay. So for your first episode that you saw, what's the caliber of people and all of this?
Just the previews of it.
Well, you saw it.
I'm laughing the previews of the upcoming show.
Okay.
What are the rules? What are the rules?
If they're doing it this way, that's probably a different spin. They're just combining Bachelor and Bachelorette
in the same
house. That's all they're doing in the same house. Because you think about it, the Bachelor, that's the main Bachelor show, he's by himself with all the women, giving them roses each week. Three of them, or maybe, and then they meet his parents.
Right.
So I think Kirk and his wife are doing it where they're both together in the home.
Right.
Where her 6 men, she's viewing them, talking to them, getting to know them. And his 6 women, he's talking to them, getting to know them. They even may be mingling with each other.
That's what I think gonna happen.
Yeah.
Now, is Kirk and his wife in the same house?
Hold on. What?
Is Kirk and his wife in the same house with them?
No, I don't think they're in the same house. They're visiting like nephew Tommy did with his show.
Okay.
He and his wife, it could be, I could be wrong, but I'm getting the feeling that they're going to visit. How's everybody doing? Okay, sit down and tell me how you feeling. Any of the guys you feeling are even stronger? She would give updates.
Yeah,
she may talk to the other guys and get their feeling on her.
I think what's gonna happen is the people that stand in the house gonna end up liking each other.
They might, yeah.
And they're gonna be outside of whoever the Bachelor and the Bachelorette is. And it's gonna end up being fight. Do they show arguments and stuff coming up?
Yeah, they have some arguments.
Yeah, if you put everybody in the same house, men in the same house with women in the same house. Sooner or later, the women gonna start liking the men, gonna forget all about whoever the main bachelor is and the bachelorette. And then there's still gonna be people still trying to get the bachelor and the bachelorette because they want to win. They not there to find love. They there to win.
So it's gonna be interesting on how the dynamic.
The objective for this one is not to get married like on the other one.
Is it for them to get married?
That's the goal. Find the one.
Is it the propose at the end?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to look at
the other bachelor at the end. They're supposed to get a wife or
yeah, they get a ring and they get proposed to, or they can say yay or nay and walk away. Even like nephew Tommy's show, same thing.
Right.
We want to take this further. I feel like you're worth being exclusive.
Well, remember I told you when you told me about the show, he gonna get a lot of backlash because it's not a Christian dating show, and because they drink and everything else in it, and people gonna be like, "How y'all Christian? How you a Christian? And you condoning these people walking around half naked and drinking and doing all kind like a regular dating show?"
They're grown people, so you can't really force
it. And what I had told you, I said, let him and God and his wife, and I don't care. Y'all, I'm tired of trying to look at everybody else's life.
Yeah.
I'm done.
You got your own life to deal with.
Because what happens is you be so busy looking at everybody else and you didn't die and you're not gonna see glory. Because you got stuff he told you to fix and you busy looking at everybody else.
That's why Paul said work out your own salvation.
If you don't like the show, don't watch it.
I think Kim was telling me, I told her that Kirk Franklin, his pastor is Tony Evans. And I was telling Kim, I said, Tony Evans probably got a lot of slack as well because he goes to his ministry. But he's probably open-minded because remember his son is a singer. His son auditioned for The Voice.
Oh yeah.
The Voice is a secular show.
And he probably sung secular
and
music.
He didn't do no Christian songs. So
he's over a lot of Christians are living like that anyway, truth be told.
Right.
You know, they're not all this, oh, Jesus God. No, they're living like that show.
And not living holy. And not really.
I would say, I would go as far to say 80%. It's a shame, but it's just like that.
Yeah. So I just feel like just keep praying and make sure everybody.
I'll watch it and see. Just give you updates on how it's flowing. I'm still learning on how they're doing it. Like you said, if they're all mixed in together,
right? Someone
else is bound to like the other guy more than the bachelor.
They let the men and the women sit at the pool together.
See, I don't know. That's a good question.
If they come together, they gonna start liking each other.
Yeah,
and forget about who the bachelor and the bachelorette
is. If they stay separate.
If they stay separate, then they're gonna still focus on the bachelor and the bachelorette.
Right. It forces them to focus on the one.
But you saw the previews coming up where the men and the women together.
I can't remember. I just know they showed the women going tit for tat.
Okay.
And then I saw her going back and forth with the guys. So they could very well be separate.
Okay.
And not mingle together with the other six.
So whatever. We'll see. Okay. Again, if you want to watch it, it's called The One. What channel was it on?
It's BET Plus. Or BET.
It's a BET Plus.
No, I'm sorry. It's not BET. Forgive me. The One.
TV One.
I'm sorry. Okay. The One. The One is on TV One.
Okay. So yeah, because BET Plus you got to pay for.
In fact, it comes on right after what's the one that Lisa Ray? She's doing a dating show.
Oh, I didn't know.
It's about your friends hooking you up.
I didn't know she was on a dating show.
She's the host for another dating show. Your friend hooks you up with another person.
Okay.
They be the one picking the guy for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Emerald says, going back, I can see once a week coming in and being seen, then always speak about morale, being with the people who you love and respect you is the best for all of that. She said for working at home. That does make
nobody's listening to Elon because he don't work. He don't stay in the office.
No. Okay. Trump's White House lawyer predicts ex-president will end up in jail as Mar-a-Lago probe heats up. Ex-lawyer. Okay. Ty Cobb's prediction came as it was revealed that the National Archives have found a trove of records allegedly proving the former president knew he shouldn't have taken classified documents. Now, this is lawyer. So it's not like he made a mistake like how they gonna say Biden and Pence and them did. He knew he wasn't supposed to take him and he took him.
Okay.
Donald Trump's former attorney has boldly predicted that the former president is going to jail as the criminal investigation into the classified documents found at Mar-a-Lago continue to heat up. So he's predicting that Donald Trump, this will be the thing that would send Donald Trump to jail.
Let's see until he wears that orange suit and got the.
I told my mother was so excited. I said, you realize he can run from jail. He can still run for president.
He can until he's convicted or something.
Even then he can run.
I thought if he's convicted, he can.
He can still run. There's nothing that says you can't
How do we know there's
run
nothing?
for president because everybody's talking about it. Yeah.
So a convict.
You can run for president. You can't vote with a felony, but you can run for president of the United States.
Then see, a lot of things.
Which is dumb.
Here's one thing though that I do like about the Trump situation, and this is why.
Okay.
Hear me out. When he got on board as president, commander in chief, in that role that we all felt like, wow, to get to that level, wow, do you need to know this, this, and this? What laws cover you on this, this, and this? He has challenged our judicial system. He has challenged our laws, Congress.
Well, he's making them have to.
He's making them go, dang, ain't no law in place for that. Dang, ain't no rule for this. There's no policy in place to take a file home and sign it in and out. There's nothing in place that a president has to file federal taxes.
He's like having a good kid and a bad kid. The first kid, like you were a good kid. My mother could sit you down. You sit there for hours.
She wasn't challenged with rules.
She wasn't. She had Lenore, you could sit Lenore and on the couch, and she'll sit there and stare at the.
No, I'll sit there and just sit. If she give me a toy, I'll play with that toy until I fall asleep.
He says she would stay in
I
one
wouldn't
spot
move. I wouldn't move from a little area.
She does that.
Me.
The regular kid.
You couldn't sit you down.
If you put me on the couch, I'm not sitting there for hours.
I would be the kid to try to climb out of her high chair while she's eating. I gotta get out. I can't stay down.
So that's Trump. Trump is up until
his presidency.
That presidents would sit there,
give
him a toy, and tell him what to do.
Sign this, veto this, bring this Supreme Court here.
Yes. Now you can go.
We need to see your taxes.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah.
When you sign this file out, make sure you give it back.
But when he came, we need to see your taxes. Nope. You got to live in the White House. Nope. I want to live in my own house. You got to sit still. No, I'm going to Russia. I'm going to talk to my friend. Oh, yeah. And if you don't, and you're not going to be in the room. President be in the room. Nope. Me and him are going to talk by ourselves. That's it. This guy right here can translate Russian and English. Right. He can be the only one in the room.
President, you can't hire that person. They don't know anything. That's my friend. I want to hire my son-in-law to do this.
Mr. President, you can't drag Omarosa out by her hair. Yes, I can. Mr. President, you can't stop the White House Correspondents' Dinner. Yes, I can.
And he challenged the people. He challenged policies because technically there was nothing written.
Mr. President, it's people outside protesting. You can't send the armed guards out to throw water on them and throw them out of the. Yes, I can.
And he will do it until he can't do it no more. So that's what I'm saying.
He's a disruptor.
He's a disruptor for sure.
It's amazing. The whole wide world, all the people in the whole wide world. This is all we can get? I don't understand that. There's hundreds and thousands of people out there, and you mean to tell me all we can find is him and DeSantis and Biden?
Yeah, and that's
something's wrong.
And
because of politics.
And there are people, Wendy, I'm sorry to say, they've not trusted our government. They love disruptors. They love people who go into entertainer, governor. Mm-hmm. Oh, you're the governor. I see your movies. You good.
Right.
They don't care. They don't like the same stale policies in place. The government has been not trusted. They like disruptors. That's why he has a lot of followers.
The problem I have with him, though, is there could be a good disruptor and a bad disruptor.
That's true.
I gave the example of the kid that sit down like you for hours and don't do nothing. It's good to have a kid that comes in there and pushes the buttons and teaches you that you got to get up and do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But the purpose is not to destroy the house.
Mm-hmm.
His purpose is to destroy the government.
Yeah.
That's not good. When you got people climbing the walls of the Capitol saying, hang Mike Pence, I think you've gone a little too far with being disruptive.
Right. It's about him now. He's a disruptor. It's about him. He's narcissist.
Stop saying that the guards were showing the people around that climbed the walls, and the video shows them showing them around, right? If 100 people come in and you only one guard, you have to be nice.
Yeah.
You guys want to see such and such room? Let me show you. And they were steering them away from the congressmen and the senators
to go there.
The black guy steered them away from a meeting that was going on. There was over 200 or 300 senators in there.
Yeah.
He mocked them and made them chase him on purpose.
Because
he knew if they went right instead of left, there would have been some blood.
Yes.
So
and
that black guy, I think they gave him an award for that.
Yes.
Yeah, he did.
They gave him an award.
And that was very smart to do that.
But they got to quit saying they were showing them around and stuff.
Well, they were saying earlier, though, remember there was some visiting earlier, camping, what do you call it when you case the joint?
Yeah.
Take photos. This is the entrance here. So-and-so's office must be there.
Well, look here. A key Trump attorney departs his legal team. This is recently. Timothy Parlatore, whatever his name is, an attorney for Donald Trump who played a key role in the Mar-a-Lago documents investigation, once testified before the grand jury, is leaving the former president's legal team. Two sources familiar with the exit tell CNN. I believe what that other attorney said. He might go to jail for this because why are these lawyers dropping out?
They jump in the
They jump. They like, I'm not going to jail for him.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
See?
Must be something to this.
This is the one. Remember when that comedian at the White House Correspondence, what we said, that it's like Trump's cases are like marijuana brownies.
Right.
The first one, you're like, I don't feel justice. I don't feel justice. Maybe that Mar-a-Lago brownie will make me feel some justice. That's this Mar-a-Lago brownie. So we'll see what happens there.
Where it goes here. You always kind of look at the what's going on with the team around here.
Right.
If they're all jumping ship, something not right.
Yep. Now, Wendy, you old school. You remember Jim Brown, right?
Of course, the one with Raquel Welch, and they did that love scene together.
Yeah, that controversial love scene. Yeah.
Jim Brown.
He was up at the White House with Kanye West talking to the president in a wheelchair.
Yes. Well, Jim Brown, he was. Jim Brown, all-time NFL great and social activist, died 87.
Because he was along with my
he died today.
He died today.
Today.
Oh, wow.
Remember, as an athlete, he was with Muhammad Ali when they were kind of protesting.
Yeah.
And he was a fairly good actor, too.
He was. He was a good football player. That's how he got to start,
Pro Football Hall of Famer Jim Brown, an unstoppable running back who retired at the peak of his brilliant career to become an actor, as well as a prominent civil rights advocate during the 1960s, has died. He was 87. A spokeswoman for Brown's family said he passed away peacefully in his Los Angeles home on Thursday night with his wife, Monique, by his side. To the world, he was an activist, actor, and football star, Monique Brown wrote in an Instagram post. To our family, he was a loving husband, father, and grandfather. Our hearts are broken. One of football's first superstars.
That far from Raquel either. She just died.
That's true.
Isn't that funny?
Brown was chosen the NFL's most valuable player in 1965 and shattered the league's record books in a short career spanning 1957 to 65. He led the Cleveland Browns to their last NFL title in 1964 before retiring in his prime after the 1965 season to become an actor. He appeared in more than 30 films, including Any Given Sunday and The Dirty Dozen.
He was even in the Wayans show. I'm Gonna Get You Sucker.
Oh yeah.
No, woman.
I'm
gonna get you. Yeah, it was. I'm Gonna Get You Sucker because it was the four of them coming back to fight that man that was held the girl hostage.
Right.
So it was him. He was trying to do a play off of the old school movies with Jim Brown, Bernie Casey. He tried to do Karate Man.
I know what you're
Jim Kelly,
and
Isaac Hayes,
right.
I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. And they were all suited up with their little guns, ready to go do business. And he had the big bunion. He had the problem with the bunion.
Oh yeah, the bunion in
his foot.
As Black Americans fought for equality, Brown used his platform and voice to advance their cause. So the last thing we remember him, like you said, Wendy, was being in
I don't know how he ended
Trump's office with crazy Kanye.
He became a Trumpster in his old age. I don't know how that's possible.
He did.
Because he was always so radical. You know who else is a Trumpster that I was so disappointed? Clint Eastwood.
Oh yeah, he been there.
I was like, what?
And I see what you're saying, because the Republican, as far as being a Republican is no problem, is supporting this man.
It's being a Trumpster.
That's the problem.
And I don't know if he was a Trumpster. I know he was there with Kanye West. He didn't really say anything. So maybe he thought being there, maybe he thought he was supporting Kanye.
You wouldn't want to be supporting Kanye. You wouldn't be in the presence of Trump at all if you really knew what he was about.
I think he was there. Maybe he was there supporting Kanye.
Right.
I don't know.
That's possibly true. But what I'm saying is, if I was in my right mind, I would say, oh, no, I can't do that, man.
I support you, but
my legacy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're right. So rest in peace, Jim Brown.
Family.
87.
Rest in peace.
And we remember all the good things he did. So let's remember that. Let's try to forget.
We also don't know what state of mind he was in.
Yeah. Ludacris received a star on Hollywood Walk of Fame.
All right, Lou.
Rapper Ludacris, born Christopher Bridges, has received a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. His 4 daughters, Chance, Candace, Kai, and Karma, and wife, Eudoxie, I don't know, attended the ceremony on Thursday in Los Angeles.
He has all girls. It's so sweet. And I talked about them when he was on The View. He talked about this. But that older daughter that's in college, that Netflix show that's coming out is actually, she's the one that inspired that show. It's a kid show. Yep, okay. Karma.
So Ludacris, I feel like he deserves his flowers now. We were talking about him the other day, and I said, I don't think people give Ludacris enough credit for rap and what he did for the rap industry.
With them at the Star. I see LL Cool J.
That's Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel.
And LL Cool J.
The recent movie when does it come
out?
Fast
and Furious.
It hasn't come out yet, has it?
No, I think it's coming out now.
Okay.
Yeah. So he had, and I think Vin Diesel spoke.
Oh, that's nice.
And LL Cool J.
Okay.
They said Tyrese was there. And what's his name? The Breakfast Club. Charlamagne.
Okay.
He said, I hope he didn't speak.
Who said that?
He said he hoped Tyrese didn't speak.
Oh, you know what?
I don't like when Tyrese speak, it's always about him.
Speaking.
No. And he said if Tyrese spoke, I guarantee you half the message was about him. And then the rest of it was about Ludacris.
Wow.
But I'm glad that Vin Diesel was there, LL Cool J was there.
Look at what Emerald said.
Emerald says Morris Chestnut received a star too.
I didn't know that.
Oh,
I didn't hear that one.
So Morris Chestnut and Ludacris both received stars.
Okay.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
I don't know about Morris Chestnut though, but
it's too soon for him, isn't it?
What y'all think?
Well, he's got his own little cult following from that movie.
That
Best Man
show he was on.
So he's got a cult following in the Black community because of that movie. The
So
best
I don't know
man.
if
So that means that they're gonna get Tay Diggs one too?
yeah.
Come on now.
I don't know if Morris Chestnut. What
I
you
don't-
like Morris Chestnut, Emerald?
Not
Because
to-
we know you like
I like
what's his
him,
name?
but not to get a star.
Not for a star.
I'm not a big Morris Chestnut fan. But if you saw the Image Awards, they made a big deal out of that franchise, The Best Man. And so it's a big deal, that franchise, just like the other one they got out about the race cars with Tyrese in it. It's a franchise. So they
Okay.
give them that respect because they got a big standing ovation, but that's in our community. I don't know if that would carry over to, you know,
I
being
know
an
big time.
A-list. He's not an A-lister,
That's
but
what
he
I'm
is
saying.
a B-lister.
Get a star.
And then briefly, I'm gonna mention Taco Bell is seeking trademark rights from Taco John's infamous Taco Tuesday. So this restaurant called Taco John's owns the rights to Taco
He
Tuesday.
has it trademarked.
So anytime you want to say Taco Tuesday
in your advertisement,
you have to pay Taco John.
And that's some 32 years.
He's had it for 32 years. Restaurant, small mom and pop restaurant. Taco Bell wants to sue him so they can use the Taco Tuesday without having to pay.
They're petitioning.
They're petitioning.
They're petitioning the trade patent office.
Yeah.
To say, hey, that's such an everyday word.
Right.
Why should they have the rights to it? Because other people who sell tacos like we do should be able to use that generic word.
Right.
But you said on the other side.
But I feel like that's wrong because
they're bullying them.
You're bullying a small place. Just so you can say Taco Tuesday?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
And they, like you said, they don't want to pay them.
They don't want to pay.
Because they'll be paying big if they put it in Taco Bell commercials.
Right.
Taco Tuesday.
Right.
Come in for our special tacos on Tuesday.
Right. So that's my only thing. I wanted to mention that in case this story comes up again. I don't feel like you should be able to sue it. After 100 years, you can use it. That's public domain.
Like happy birthday.
Like happy birthday.
But it's interesting because I was telling my sister, the fact that they're petitioning the patent organization or whatever you call the office, I didn't know if that's possible to do that.
Yeah, they are.
Something else that's very generic.
Yeah.
And someone has trademarked it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that's theirs until, like you said, over 100 years.
And they're saying that is so commonly used that this guy shouldn't be able to patent it anymore. And I don't agree with that. I feel like even if something is commonly used, if I patent it, that's it.
I'm wondering too, if there must be rules with trademarking, because if an entertainer trademarks something, they want it more than 100 years. They don't want 100 years in this open domain. I'm wondering if there's additional patent you can get on something even past 100.
That's true. I don't know.
It's yours for life.
Yeah, so, I don't know.
Okay.
All right. So I just wanted to throw that out there, that's the big guy trying to stump down on a little small guy.
That was one of my jobs when I worked at my old company. We worked in working with the designers and all the information that they use. We had to make sure that it was legally copywritten. We had lawyers call us to say, where did your designer get that idea? He was inspired by a sign outside. Right. And they had to show proof where his inspiration came from. So I was over making sure legally our lawyers would our company wouldn't get sued. Right. If an image wasn't copywritten or registered or purchased, we get in trouble. One of my designers wanted to use a picture of Tiger Woods. It was a little invitation that they were sending overseas for a nice golf outing, and they wanted to use his picture. And I was like, no, editorial use only. Yeah. But it's not for editorial when you send an invitation to do a golfing outing. So I enjoyed that job because I did learn a lot.
So we'll see what happens there. Okay. But hopefully this thing keeps dropping under this.
You should do the thing too.
No, we'll just whatever. Okay. So you made me forget what I was going to say.
Oh, you're ending the show.
What?
You're getting ready to end it because we're.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't know what I was getting ready to say, but anyway, a large corporation shouldn't be able to just stump down on a small bully person
saying we want to use Taco Tuesday too.
Yeah, I don't think that's right. And then we'll talk about this story another time. This is a teacher who was suspended. Well, I'll just say it real quick. This teacher was suspended because he found some swastikas in his classroom, and he's Jewish. And he went off on those kids.
Oh.
He threatened to have his daughter or somebody beat them up with a baseball bat.
Too far.
Yeah, he went far. They
must have had that experience with the Holocaust.
Yeah, they must have shook him and took him to a whole nother.
My goodness.
It said that according to the police department, on May 12th, officers were called to John Long Middle School for a teacher who allegedly made inappropriate and alarming statements to his class. The teacher, 46, David Schroeder, has been charged with making terrorist threats.
Wow.
Schroeder, who is Jewish, said in a statement that he became enraged after he found student artwork and a notebook in his classroom with swastikas drawn on them. So he blamed the whole class, I guess.
Wow.
A Wisconsin middle school teacher has been charged for allegedly making threats towards students after finding swastikas in class. According to Grafton Police Department, on May 12th, officers were called to John Long Middle School for the teacher who went off, I guess. He did all this in alarming in class.
Mm-hmm.
He reportedly went on to admit that he told the class he would send his daughter to their homes with a baseball bat and go scorch the earth on them.
What's wrong with
Schroeder
him?
also reportedly admitted to wishing pain upon the students and their families.
Are scared and petrified?
According to authorities, a student texted his mother from class about Schroeder's statement, added that he had told the class that he owned 17 guns.
You don't do that to kids.
It was parents that ultimately contacted the police, not the school.
Oh no, he went too far. I can see his outrage and anger, but you went too far, especially with your kids. This is middle school.
So we'll give him
he's a butt of
we'll say butt of the day, because Charlamagne gives the donkey of the day.
Okay, he's the butt of the day.
He's the butt of the day.
I'm sorry, Mr. Teacher, you went too far with that.
Because he found a swastika.
And the kids probably are ignorant and don't realize that that symbol means so much. He probably had them shaking.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mr. Jones. I'm sorry, Mr. Schroeder. I didn't mean to.
Yeah.
She made me do it. What is wrong with him?
So this thing keeps going out. But the last remarks I see is Emerald says Morris Chestnut is easy on the eyes. Other than that, not really. For the star, like I said.
He is.
And she says
he's okay, but he's got that cult thing going on.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's a B-lister.
Yeah. And as
he's
far
not
as
A-lister, but he is a B-lister.
As far as the trademark, she said they just need to pay them a large sum for use of for so many years. Just pay the people so they can use it, for goodness sake.
Taco Bell don't want to pay. That's the problem. They figure, let me go and petition the patent people.
They being too cheap.
Hey, they shouldn't be able to trademark that.
Yeah.
32 years.
All right. So
you better
Wendy,
leave that John's taco place alone.
So Wendy, did you have anything else to add before we leave?
I was just, thinking that we're in a big fight coming. I've been seeing a lot on TV about Trump and the race, and it seems like everybody's so upset about what's coming. Mm-hmm. And I think that it's a real important time to find your measure of peace, because we're getting ready to go for a ride, We're getting ready to go for a long ride, and we need to prepare ourselves not to be stressed out and tired about what's going on, because it's going to happen.
Thank you for speaking.
So that's basically what I've been trying to do, is prepare myself by finding something better to do that's more positive. I'm not going down with this ship. I did get a little victory though, because Cheryl Parker here in Philadelphia, a Black woman, she won the primary. I was very happy about that.
Okay.
But that's about it.
Okay.
All right. Well,
you'll be okay. You, Emerald, all of y'all, we'll be okay.
Where's Emerald at? Annie M.
Yeah.
We keep moving forward regardless of what's going on. And
yeah, we have to. We don't have a choice. You know what I mean? We're supposed to be Christians. So there's a lot of things that other people have to deal with, that we should have a space we can go in, and a zone we get in where it just goes over our head, because it's getting more and more real. I had a girlfriend, an evangelist, and it used to make me mad when she said it. But she would say, Wendy, you're either going to believe this thing or you're not.
Okay.
It's
There
just
you
so simple. You know, we talk it all. We talk it all. We get
Mhm.
off the phone, something happens, we forget all about being a Christian.
Mhm.
You know, sometimes you just have to stop a minute and say, "Whoa, you just shaking."
Shake
You know what I
yourself. It's
mean?
almost like
But when you just shaking,
slapping.
you have to say, "Whoa, whoa, 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 wait a minute. Let me come boldly before the throne of grace because I don't have to take this stuff.
Mhm.
I don't have to go through this. I don't have to take my mind because the devil can't touch you.
Right.
The only thing he
Gotta
can
be
do is get in your head, but he can read your body language. If you
Yeah,
sitting
no,
here like this,
and waiting for you to
or you
speak.
looking mean,
Yeah, and
or you
speaking
snapping
those
on
words.
everybody, he'll say, "Oh, let me attack Lenore now because she about to lose it anyway. So,
So don't say it.
let me just turn the knob a little harder." So that's why at some point you have to say, "Oh, wait a minute, this is really bad. Let me stop and take a breath. Let me just stop for a minute because this is bad. This is bad. But let me breathe for a minute." You have to stop yourself because you're human. Your first reaction is, you know, but at some point you just have to say, I have to take a minute. I have to take a space. Well, this is bad and I have to prepare myself. I have to remember the promises. You know what I mean? This is what it's for. Right now, what's happening? This is when I'm supposed to use those promises and not just fall apart, you know? So
Yep.
that's about it for me.
She got a cramp, so she's standing up. All right, y'all. So don't forget to get our book, 100 Family Friendly Jokes. You can see the link in the description. And don't forget to join our membership. If you want to see behind the scenes stuff, you come in on the end. And you, Wendy, you can end it.
You want me to end it?
Yes, go ahead. You end it.
Oh dear. Let's see. Oh my, I don't quite know what to do. I'm supposed to say something, right?
Don't forget to like.
Don't forget to like,
It out. Okay.
share, and subscribe. And always believe. And that was another Woods Report.
Okay, thank you.
All right, y'all. See you later.
Have a nice weekend, Mom.
She said, okay. All right. See you later.
See you, ladies.